we are in the city of Agra, the city of Taj Mahal, to talk about a company which many believed will also have its mausoleum in India. We're talking about Uninor, Telenor's Indian arm. However, the Norwegian telecom major seems to be rebuilding itself and rising from its ashes like a phoenix. So here we are in the city of Agra with Frederick Baksas, the CEO of Telenor, who of course had to go through most of the pain. Frederick, there was at a time probably when everybody thought that just like the Taj Mahal, which is a mausoleum, you'll suddenly have Telenor's experience in India also buried somewhere because the Supreme Court cancelled the licenses. It was a terrifying time for Telenor in India.
Yeah, it was not a pleasant experience. You're absolutely right in that. No. Coming from being a newcomer to a new market, we have never experienced that a Supreme Court had made decisions on already made licenses. So this was a new experience. But I also have to say that it fired up energy. It fired up a lot of energy, I'd say, amongst our people. Because we rightfully felt that this was wrong. So we gave it a shot, and here we are, some months later, all over again, and ready to go on what has been done in the period that the licenses have been active, and now looking into the new phase for the new licenses.
You are now back in the game. So was it at that time that you started you started charting the strategy? Because at the time things were still very unclear. But was there a determination within the group that that whatever way could be found out, Telenor would stay in India?
Yeah, that was not a guarantee. On the contrary, because as you remember, the first round of framework setting from the tribe was a package which was very, very challenging for everyone, and we made our points on that. As we've seen the government taking decisions over the issue, we've seen improved conditions, and the overall package proved then to be sufficiently well structured for us to participate in the auction.
How did you convince the investors? Because they were also initially skeptical when you entered the Indian market as a whole, and then this whole issue of license cancellation must have made them even more probably skeptical, more skeptical about the fact that you had gone into India.
Yeah, but remember, this is not only a question on investors' perspective. This is also a perspective on how the Indian government is structuring the various industry sectors for investments. And the problems with the licenses during this year has clearly showed that the framework is important, because investments to the sector this year is much less than what it was the previous years. Yeah. And still there is a lot of undone in telecoms in India. Yeah. So in a way, to have the right framework for investments to get this industry to grow is very important, because this industry grows also the overall economy. Telecoms is important in every aspect of private life as well as public life.
And when you now look at your entry strategy, it's very different from what it was in 2008. You are now present only in 6 circles. Of course, if you look at the amount of population, that's a huge population. But everybody at that time was looking at Telenor as a pan-India operator. And now there is a view that maybe they are going to be sort of a bit player.
Yeah, that's right. We have concentrated our efforts and our resources to now the 6 circles which is available for us. But this is important. These are important circles in India. More than half of the Indian population, a growth factor which is considered to be above average, a teledensity factor that should grow. So we believe this is a growing telecom area for quite some years to go, and it is in that growth period and growth area that we want to both contribute and develop our services.
But you still have the opportunity of going to more than 6 circles. Of course, one of the option is to acquire somebody, but the other option also remains, because there are the bigger metro circles which are going to come up for auction, 900 megahertz spectrum is going to be refarmed and then auctioned, even though it will be a little more expensive, but it's a more efficient spectrum. So does that also open up a window of opportunity for Telenor to look at because probably the 900 megahertz spectrum will be a few months down the line and will be in a better position to judge how much money you can further pour into the auction process?
Absolutely, but the overall overriding goal now is to start working with the licenses that there is full knowledge about. And then we will have to take events one by one. We have the position we have, we want to work it, we want to develop it, and we want to be visible. We have a long-term ambition, making this a profitable journey for Telenor, and also to see that we can have an impact to the market. Come with innovations, show new things, create that enormous energy which is in this sector.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app, fully optimized for Retina display, full screen view, faster response time, and Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.